What's up everyone, how are you doing? I'm doing fine. This is Ali Gaming here, and I'm here to talk to you about The Last of Us Remastered Edition. Now this isn't a review of the game, this is actually my recommendation on whether you should buy it or not. Now it basically boils down to whether you got the game or not, whether you had a PS3 or an Xbox 360. And I can honestly say with full certainty, if you had an Xbox 360, definitely pick up this game. If you now have a PS4, you have to get this game. This is without the doubt the greatest game on the PS3. While it's not my favorite, there is certainly a difference between my favorite game and the greatest game of all time. But I'm here to talk to you about the game, so let me not diverge away. So, how good is the game? Well, the game is pretty much the same game that you've played last year. So, if you have played it, there might not be much. However, they do include most, if not all, the DLC for free with it, and it's for less than what you would have paid if you originally got the game. So, that's a pretty good deal by itself. Now, basically what I'm saying is that if you had an Xbox 360 last year, it's a must-own for the PS4. PS4 is worth it enough if you get this game with it, as was the PS3, but this is easily the superior version. Now, as for people who already got the game, here are a few factors on why you should get the game again like I did. Number 1, and this is my biggest point, 60 frames per second. Now, I'm very much a person that is against the whole 60 frames versus 30 frames per second and 1080p versus 720p. I think there's not a big problem at all with that. I mean, if people remember, quite a while ago, people were a bit angry that that Killzone Shadowfall wasn't in 1080p, the multiplayer. It was 900p. Now, what is kind of strange about it, you're angry because it wasn't in 1080p, but you didn't notice it wasn't 1080p, so you felt betrayed. But think about it that way, you didn't notice that it wasn't in 1080p, so what's the difference? In fact, 1080p is not visible to the naked eye, so you won't even notice it. You can't notice it. It is not humanly possible to notice 1080p depending on the screen that you have. Now I'm getting off topic here, but that was just an example to say that I don't really care about the difference. But this game kind of makes me change my mind about it. I still don't think that 1080p and 60 frames per second is a must-have for every game, but this game kind of shows that it does enhance it a bit, but that's just my personal opinion. Now what I've noticed is that in 60 frames per second, the gameplay actually feels a lot smoother, a lot more well-defined, and it just makes it more fun. Like I said, that's my opinion. That's how I feel about the thing. Your opinions may differ, but that's okay. By the way, this right here, this is a glitch. I swear it's a glitch. You can't see my body, and I'm about to die here. This is an embarrassing moment for me, guys. Anyways, what I'm about to show you now is how 60 frames per second really works well and really makes the game actually better, for me at least. Look at this clip.
I toss and turn, I keep stressing my mind. I look for peace, but see I don't attain. What I need for keeps this silly game we play. Now look at this. Madness, the magnet keeps attracting me. I try to run, but see I'm not that fast.
Now as you guys just saw, or at least I hope you guys saw, there was a smoothness in that bit that was unmatched in any other part in the original game. So the remastered edition is the better version of the game. However, personally, mainly it's a problem with the game itself, why I felt like my purchase wasn't all that worth it, for me at least. And really the thing is, The Last of Us is a heavy emotional story. It's not really the type of game that you can just like pop in whenever you want. So it doesn't have quite the same amount of replay value that say the Uncharted series has. So there's that problem, but that's maybe my issue. You guys may think differently. You guys may think this is probably the most replayable game of all time, and you'd be right in saying so, because honestly, there's New Game Plus, and there's Hardcore mode, and then there's Grounded mode, which takes away the HUD and the listening power that Joel has. I don't know what it's called, I forgot, honestly. But the point is, I didn't quite feel like the purchase was worth it. Maybe that'll change when I actually get to Left Behind and see the new DLC that awaits me in the multiplayer. I did play a bit of the multiplayer, it's actually quite good. Anyways, overall, for people who actually never played this game, this is a must own. This is like game of the generation type stuff. You have to play this game. Even if you don't like it, you have to play this game just to understand why other people like it. Because this really is the PlayStation 3's best game and quite possibly the greatest game of the previous generation. Anyways, moving on. Now, what else I can say about this game for people who have actually had the game before is that maybe if you haven't gotten any of the DLC, both multiplayer and single player, that means Left Behind and all of the extra multiplayer skins and maps, then this actually may be worth it for you, as it was for me. I'm quite conflicted. I do feel like it's worth it, but at the same time, it's not like I would have died if I didn't get this purchase. So there is that. In the end, I would say get it. It's worth it. It is without a doubt single-handedly the best PlayStation 3 game and the best game of last generation. And I don't know, even if you do have it and have the DLC and have everything that the multiplayer had to offer, maybe play it again just to experience what an amazing game that was. However, don't do the mistake I did of playing it as like a side thing while I'm playing other stuff. Play it with the headphones on, try and immerse yourself into the game, not like I did the second time around. The first time around I really enjoyed it because I did immerse myself. Anyways, like I always do, I go off topic. So thank you for watching this video. It took quite a while to edit, so please leave a like, comment, maybe even subscribe. That's an option. That's great if you would like to do that. So anyways, bye. Oh, and one more thing, my friend Tahnoon bin Ali, he just made his own channel. It's called Mega Prank TV. He's a very good friend of mine, one of my best friends, and it would mean the absolute world to me if you would check him out. Because he seems to be doing pretty well, but there's always help in doing better. So thank you very much if you do. If you don't, well, this is awkward. Go watch Guardians of the Galaxy. That's pretty cool. And don't watch Lucy, no matter what Tahnoon tells you. Bye.